We should talk about the Jets really quickly. Speaking of running
Oh, I
backs,
have nothing to say. I'm
what? What do you
depressed.
mean they won?
Yeah, they won, but it was a Pyrrhic victory.
I understand feeling
No,
that
it
way.
was.
Losing Elijah Vera-Tucker and Brees Hall would be
It's just the
upsetting, but you
two
still have
best
Sauce
players on. Yeah,
Gardner and
no,
you
I
still have
know.
that defense.
It's just the issue that my concern is like they won the game and it was mostly not. It wasn't really for any. Um, Zach Wilson didn't really contribute to them winning that game, to be honest. Before Hall got injured, and a lot of the reason that they won is that they were able just to get enough field goal position for Greg Zuerlein to kick 2 or 3 field goals. Um, of course, I'm encouraged that they were able to win an ugly and difficult game because that's like this is a game that certainly other Jets teams could have just fell down and lay down and lost
Right.
as a result. But it's tough to know that going into the last like 10 weeks of the season that their standout, potential offensive rookie of the year candidate running back is out for the year and their best offensive lineman by a mile is out to go along with their other, blue chip left tackle prospect that is also maybe never going to play for the
Left
Jets ever.
guard, you mean?
No,
Oh,
well,
left
Becton,
tackle.
yeah,
Becton,
but
yeah.
who may, who's to say if he'll ever play for the Jets ever again?
He's,
So
I think he might. I mean, it seemed
yeah,
like Saleh, was defending him pretty adamantly in the press when
it's just
he went
this
down.
is two season-ending injuries in a row, basically. So
His body makes it really
tough
difficult,
to
even
stay
if he
on.
is
Yeah,
like a freak.
but so I'm obviously encouraged to get to 5-2, no question. But it's just it'll be tough sledding, and they're going to have to really dig deep to make up for those losses and stay vigilant while making up for those losses.
5-2.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Come on. I mean, here, look, what is it now 4-0 that Zach Wilson is as a starter? And I know he's not playing well, but I'm higher on Zach Wilson than you, which I don't understand how that's physically possible or humanly possible because you are physically. I mean,
Because I think he's bad.
why though? I mean, he doesn't make. You just made the case about how Josh Allen did not have a good first 2 seasons in the NFL, and I feel like that's honestly a little ungenerous. I know that from an analytic perspective, people don't feel that way, but Zach Wilson hasn't looked great. But he's not. The thing that would bother me about him is that he's bad with the easy plays.
That's my problem is that he's
Wouldn't you rather have the guy that can make the biggest throws because he has the arm and then teach him the easy plays?
but I'm concerned that he can't learn them.
But that was the argument made about Josh Allen.
Yeah, but I don't think. But my issue too is I don't believe that Josh Allen is the rule. I believe he's the exception.
I know, but I would be just so tantalized by Wilson's arm talent and the fact that the team seems to believe in him.
No, I get that. It's more just for me there have to be less plays where he intentionally scrambles out of the pocket. There have to be less plays where I'm seeing him going through his reads and he's actively missing open receivers. And I mean, and not even with his throws. I'm saying he's missing people who are open. He's not seeing them being open.
I understand.
And my concern is more that there are certain things where he's still taking 8 to 10 step dropbacks when he doesn't have to. He's scrambling to his left with a clean pocket. He's missing guys over the middle and only looking towards the sidelines. Like there are things where I think are legitimate places where he just simply has to improve. Like they will not be able to succeed with him behind center if he doesn't improve in those areas. But I do agree with you. You're right. He is quite young still. This is his second, basically second full season, and there's still a lot of room for improvement. But I just think because of where they are and this kind of being the guy for both Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh in terms of we took this guy number 2 for him to be our franchise quarterback. If they swing and miss on this, it's kind of an indictment on their whole regime.
Man, all right. Well, spoken like how is it an indictment of their whole regime? They just had this incredible draft class.
No, I think I think the reason I say that is because
Sauce, Jermaine Johnson,
this draft class clearly has been a huge victory for them. But I am saying
Garrett Wilson.
This is one out of the 2020 draft. When you look back on it, essentially is an unmitigated disaster, and Wilson is kind of the notable.
Who was their second round pick again?
It was Mackay in the first round. Denzel Mims.
Oh, Denzel.
He
Yeah.
doesn't play.
Yeah.
and is genuinely bad and hates being on the Jets.
Yeah.
And so does, and the other one for the 2021 draft is it was Zach Wilson and Elijah Moore, who also hates being on the Jets and wants to be traded. So that's all I'm saying in the sense of if Moore gets traded, if Mims gets traded, if the only draft class of the three that's panned out are these rookies in 7 games, and Wilson ultimately doesn't, it's going to be hard for a very impatient owner like Woody Johnson to justify keeping these guys around who also, and the reason why I'm nervous about this is because this is a team that never establishes a culture.
Yeah.
And never establishes an ecosystem.
But
so
they're winning, and
absolutely winning is the cure.
Culture.
It is the
cure. There's no culture in the NFL except a winning culture, right? I mean,
no, you're absolutely right. And in the sense of you can have a good culture, but if you lose, it doesn't matter really if it's a good culture.
I know, but I feel like the concept of a good culture is mostly determined by winning.
Yeah, it's mostly winning, right?
Yeah.
For example, it's like I would say the Lions probably have a good culture, but they lose a lot. So it's harder to
Don't get me started about the Lions had that game.
Oh gosh, I know.
The Lions had that game.
You would have been 3-0.
I know, but I went 2-1.
No, 2-1 was good.
Although you went 3-0, and now I'm 2 games behind you, which sucks.
I took some big swings there.
You did, and
the
then
Thursday
all
night
paid off.
game and my own team.
Yeah.